Hey guys, this is Coach Nate McBride with the BladeFit Academy, and lately I've been getting requests to talk about how I build my Pell. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I built this thing. First off, it's really inexpensive. There is the Pell right there. Yeah, for gosh, not a whole lot of money. You could build this thing. For example, the tire is free. I did pay for the wood and the hardware. And the duct tape and the PEX pipe. It's super inexpensive. So we're talking like $50 or less building this Pell. And it works really well for what we do. It's part of what we use in our games that we play and how we train our junior students. We warm up with our adult students doing HEMA, Historic European Martial Art. It also works really well for sword workouts at home and other things like that. It's great for building cardio and stepping, and oh man, it's amazing. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you a little bit of the features here. So we chose to not make some kind of fancier cover for our Pells because, quite frankly, we hit them with all kinds of different swords, and yeah, whenever the duct tape just gets a little damaged, we refresh it with more. So obviously we have these patterns here. The red is for the head, various different colors, and so we run that for our drills and things. And then we have the base down here. So inside is this particular one. It's I got it for really cheap. In fact, I got it for free. It's some old carpet padding, but that's kind of gross. But it was free. And other ones that we've built, we just went to Harbor Freight and picked up some moving blankets and basically wrapped it around. And the core is 4 pieces of PEX pipe, and I'll show you that. And the reason why we use PEX and not PVC is that it's very flexible. It's really important. And also the way that we have the base set up, it's very flexible. It takes off a lot of pressure off of the wood joints, so that lasts a lot longer. So you can see here whenever I move this, I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but you can see the flex in the tire itself, and the tire is stabilizing the wood. The wood is not actually touching the floor at all, so you can put this on hardwood floors and it's not going to scrape up anything, so you don't have to worry about that. It works great depending on where you go, and it also breaks down. This thing is made to travel. I'll show you that. Ta-da! And it's really cool. So let me show you some of this features on the base here. So I've got some deck screws that I put in so that they anchor well into the wood, and then I just have this nut and this washer that goes through the tire. It holds it really well. These are 2x6s, right? So there's 4 pieces of 2x6, and they're not all the way to the edge. They're kind of floating in there, which is great because this is suspended. Oh, and I only have the screws are just on the one side of the tire, not the other. The reason why I did that is because this is suspended inside the tire frame. Okay, so yeah, like I mentioned before, this is 4x6. We've got 4 4x6s. I've got it anchored by 3 deck screws of the same, they're like 2.5 inch or something like that. I believe they're 2.5 inch deck screws there. So in here, in here, in here, and in here, right? So this square, and I have just like a piece of the 2x6 that I cut, and I've got that. It was a spare piece that I just happened to have, and so that is the bottom to hold the spine or the bag part of the Pell up. Okay, pretty simple, guys. Anybody can do this. This is 1-inch PEX pipe pieces, right? And I've got 4 of them in a square, duct taped together. So there's 5 of these, 5 duct tape points, I guess, all along here on the inside. Obviously you want 1 towards the base, you want 1 at the top, and then 3 in the middle there somewhere. And yeah, so when you're sizing up your base here, you got to make sure that this assembly fits inside there before you figure out exactly the distance. Okay, so I've got my tape measure out here. So there you have it. It's about 2.5 inches there. About 2.5, and then on this side it's a little bit different. If you notice, this is a little bit less than 2.5 inches, right? Because this is custom to the dimensions here, right? So I didn't use a tape measure much at all. I just used a tape measure to cut the lengths of the 2x6s. But this was a custom fit job, so it's a little bit different. But it's about 2.5 inches on either side there. I don't know, do I have to explain that anymore? If you got any questions, guys, give me a question in the comments and I will answer them as best as I can. Let's see, we went over the PEX pipe. You got to use PEX, not PVC. The reason why is because it's springy and it doesn't break. 4 PEX pipes, 1-inch diameter PEX pipes strung together, and I've used this for a long time. You can see it's all beat up, but it just lasts forever, guys. It takes a bunch of abuse. Yeah, it's awesome. Sharps, I don't use sharps on this. It wouldn't really hurt it, but you're going to be refreshing the duct tape a lot more often. So if you're going to use sharps, I would make a different. See, and that's the beauty, right? You can make different bags, the different bag part of the Pell, based on your purpose. So this can be used for a lot of different things. You could even stack 2 of them up, right, and for heavy use, and have the pad go up here or something like that, so it fits in twice. So that way you could really kick and hit into it. So this is a great build system. It's modular. But anyway, it's a little bit of a digression. If you were going to cut this with a sharp, then just loop some rope around a PEX pipe and call it good. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And I'm also going to post some videos for those of you who just want to focus on a workout. Maybe don't even want to learn the sword martial arts, but just like the idea of using swords. And if you did that and in the future wanted to get into sword arts, you know, HEMA or ARMA or HMB, whatever it is that you want to do, why you are not going to be wasting your time, because it transfers over. I promise you it does. That's it, guys. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you see here. Thanks. Bye.